Hi, this is Sarah Broninger from the New Horizons Academy with more math videos. This video is on cross-canceling. Cross-canceling is very simple to do. This is a video to help you give an explanation to a student on why it's okay to cross-cancel. How are the actions of cross-canceling justified? Firstly, I explain cross-canceling as this. Cross-canceling is when you are taking a later step of simplifying and moving it earlier in the problem. So the justification for what looks like messing up your problem is that you're actually taking a later step that you would do anyway and moving it earlier. And I'll show that like this. Here's a regular multiplication problem. 6 times 4 is 24, 8 times 9 is 72. First thing we would do is simplify that. We'll divide by 4, divide by 4. Then we still have a number that needs to be simplified. So we'll divide by 3, divide by 3. Then we still have a number that needs to be simplified. So we'll divide by 2, divide by 2. If I can see that divide by 4 is something I'm going to have to do, and if I look at this problem, I see an 8 and a 4, and I know that I'm going to get a number that I'll be dividing by 4, I can move this earlier. Divide by 4, divide by 4, which is 2. If I can see that I'm going to be dividing by 3, I can move it earlier. Divide by 3, divide by 3. And I'm going to be dividing by 2 again. Divide by 2, divide by 2. On the basic problem, that would look like this. Divide by 4, divide by 3, divide by 2. If the student can see that simplifying, which is dividing the top and the bottom by the same number, can be moved earlier, then it's okay that you've basically completely mangled your problem. One way to think of it is everything on the top is a sentence, and everything on the bottom is a sentence. And as long as I do the same thing to the top sentence as I do to the bottom sentence, I'm okay. You can draw it like this, like two long sentences, if that makes it easier for your student to see it. The other thing is, students often have the idea that you can only cross-cancel diagonally, like this. Let's say, draw the problem twice, that you can do this. Divide by 4, divide by 4. But you can also do this. Divide by 2, divide by 2. And it doesn't matter what sequence you do it in, because over here I still have to keep going. Divided by 2, divided by 2, divided by 4, divided by 4. Either way, I'll get the same answer, which is 3/5. 3 times 1 is 3. 1 times 5 is 5. Here I have another example. Here's the same problem 3 times, and we're going to solve it 3 ways. First, we're going to do it the long way. This times this times this. 4 times 6 times 15, 360. 5 times 8 times 16, 640. Horrible problem. No one wants to do a problem this big. First thing I'll do is divide by 4, divide by 4, which brings it down. Then I'll divide by 5, divide by 5, which takes it down further, but it's still not simplified enough. Then I'll divide by 2, divide by 2. If I notice that this division by 4, by 5, and by 2 could be moved earlier, then I can cheat. I can take a step I would do later anyway and move it earlier. Divided by 4 is 1, divided by 4 is 4. Divided by 5 is 3, divided by 5 is 1, and divided by 2 is 3, and divided by 2 is 4. So I have left 3 times 1 is 9, and 4 times 4 is 16. Big messy problem, lots of work. The answer is 9/16. Now let's say I'm going to do my divided by 4 first. And then I'll do my divided by 5. And then I'm going to do my divided by 2. And I have 3 times 3 is 9. 4 times 4 is 16. Much easier. I wrote it a third time because I want to point out that it doesn't matter what sequence you do it in. What if I did my divided by 4 over here? And I did my divided by 2 over here. And what if I can only do my divided by 5 in one place, so that won't change. Now I get 3 times 3 is 9. 2 times 8 is 16. Doesn't matter. It doesn't matter which sequence you do it in. As long as whatever you do to the top of the problem, you do to the bottom of the problem, then you will not change your answer because you're just taking a later simplification step you would do anyway and moving it earlier in the problem and saving yourself all of that. I hope that helps.